What's up, guys? It's Bouncin, and this is my first questions and answers video. I didn't get too many questions, at least too many different questions, but I'm gonna put it up here anyway, and hopefully in the comment section down below in this video, I'll get some more questions and make it a little bit more fun. But I'm gonna answer all the questions that I get a lot, all the time, messages on Xbox Live, comments on YouTube, everything. And there's about four of them that I can talk about for a while that I've answered a lot of times, but I mean, kids probably haven't seen the answers or whatever it is. I don't know, I just get them all the time. So a lot of people always ask me what my sensitivity is. My sensitivity is kind of weird. I usually play 28 for, 28, 22, and 20. But sometimes my look sensitivity feels slow, sometimes it feels fast. So I usually switch around the first one between 28 and 30. Like, if it's fast, then I'll switch it down to 28. If I feel like I'm playing slow, then I'll switch it up to 30 or 29. It all depends. I don't know. It's weird. That's just my preferences. Maybe it's just me thinking too much when I'm playing. It's whatever. That's how I play. I don't know. Then a lot of people always ask me, which is better to use, alternate or default? It all depends on your playstyle, I think. I switched up to alternate because I seen some kids using alternate in Gears 2 and stuff like that, and I tried it out in Gears 2, but I wasn't a big fan, and I just stuck with default. But then Gears 3 came out, and I played on default for a while on Gears 3, and it seemed like the movement was so much faster, and the game was just so much better for wall bouncing, and the movement in general was just a lot better in Gears 3. So I tried out alternate again, and I just fell in love with it. I feel like I move a lot faster. I feel like the wall bouncing is a lot faster. I feel like just just faster in general, I guess. So that's how I mean, it took a while to get used to. I still feel like I mess up sometimes because the cover system is a little bit different, it feels like sometimes you don't take cover, sometimes you get stuck in cover and stuck in the middle when you're trying to bounce. But the more you use it, the less stuck you get, and just all around, like, you just get all around better with it. And I think that if you're going to use the Nasher more, and if you're going to try and flank and be the quick rusher on your team, the running gunner, then I would definitely pick alternate. If you want to wall bounce too, because it's definitely better for that. So yeah, all around, it depends on your play style. It's whichever you prefer, really. I mean, I just like alternate. That's what I play with. I know a lot of kids hate on alternate. They think it's cheap for wall bouncing, but yeah, it is easier to bounce because you don't roll. But there's a lot of faults to it as well. Like I just said, you get stuck, and the cover system, it's a lot harder to take cover sometimes, and it's a lot harder to move around when you're chasing people around cover, and just little shit like that. But yeah, it's up to you, really. A lot of people always ask me, wow, that was retarded, can I help them with wall bouncing? Um, yeah, I've helped a lot of people with wall bouncing. Like, kids will send me messages, and I'll do private matches with them and show them a few things. I mean, I try to help a lot of people out, but I mean, I get a lot of messages for that, and I really don't play that much compared to a lot of the people that are on YouTube. I mean, I try and play at least a few hours a day, but I mean, when I say I put up a daytage, that's like 3 hours of gameplay, 4 hours of gameplay, and then I won't play for like 2 days. And when I get on, I'm usually playing with my friends, or I'm trying to get clips for the game. So, I mean, I don't always have time to help people, but if I'm on and I don't have anything to do and you send me a message, I'll most likely help you. So, definitely send me a message on Xbox Live. Don't just send me a friend request, because I get so many a day, and like I can't accept everybody. I only have 100 people to have on my friends list. So yeah, if you send me a message, or like you message me on YouTube and you say, "Can I help you?" Like, yeah, I'll help you. It's no problem. I just need to find the time. I don't know when I'll be able to, but eventually. I don't want to like it's yeah. Gears 3 isn't my entire life, so when I do have time, I'll definitely help anybody that needs help. And what do I think of Nico Demus, or however you pronounce his name, Farnico, whatever it is, Immortal Bounce, and Strikers? Kids ask me that question all the time. Who do I think's the best? What do I think of their wall bounce? Who's the fastest? All that kind of stuff. I guess these are the most popular wall bouncers in the Gears community. I said this to a lot of people, and I'll say it again, over and over again. I do enjoy watching Farnico's videos. I mean, he is a beast at wall bouncing, but it cannot be more obvious that he speeds up his bounce clips. I mean, that's cool and all. Like kids that do montages, they speed up their clips and it makes them look like they have triple headshots in 3 seconds. So that's part of the game. That's part of the editing. I prefer not to speed up my bouncing because I want to make it look legit. Because the Nasher clips, like those are clips I feel that shouldn't be messed with because those are, like, I don't know, those are easier to get than a triple blind fire. I mean, wall bouncing is just how I play. They're just episodes. I mean, like those clips I'm not gonna mess with because they're just random clips basically. For the most part, I mean, some of them I do throw in all the clips I got on the day because if I didn't, then it would be a crappy video. But yeah, Farnico, he definitely speeds up. You can tell by the clock. You can tell by his rolls. You can tell by how fast his player sprints. How like fast the bullets come out of his gun. I mean, it's so obvious. I don't get how kids don't see that. But I mean, he's still a good bouncer. It's just he speeds up his stuff, and that's just my opinion. And then on Immortal Bounce, I don't even get why he's brought up into the conversation because he has no videos of him outside a private match. I mean, anybody can angle bounce in private match around a map. That's pointless. I don't get that at all on why he's considered a good wall bouncer. I mean, he's never put out any content to show him getting kills with wall bouncing. I mean, he shows demonstrations, and they're in private match, and he misses 3 shots when he's wall bouncing, and he shows a clip like wall bounce is effective, and it's just not even an angle. It's not anything. It's just like a strafe bounce. I don't get it, but yeah, no, he is not a good wall bouncer. He just plays in private match, and he's good on tutorials. He can help you wall bounce in tutorials. I'll give him that, but in the grand scheme of things, he is nothing. And Strikers is probably the nastiest default wall bouncer in the Gears community. I have to give him that one. He's a beast. So if I had to pick out of those three, Strikers wins by a landslide. So on to the questions I got on the video. Waste of Fear asks, why you no play with me? I mean, I'm assuming he doesn't speak English, or maybe that was a joke question. I mean, I would play with anybody, like I said. If I have a spot on when I'm on, I would definitely play with anybody. There's no doubt with that. It's just when I'm on, I usually play with my friends first. Because, I mean, I do have a lot of kids that I've been playing with for a while now that I'm not going to not play with them because those are my friends, those are my boys. But if you send me a message, not just a friend request, and say, hey man, I want to play with you, then yeah, I'll definitely play. Blackmail 5 asks, do you accept friend requests? And I kind of went over that before. I mean, I get a lot of friend requests, so unless it's like a special friend request or like you really want to play with me for a little while, I mean, I'll try and do my best with that and accept you. But a random friend request, I'm probably not going to accept it just because I get a lot. Gal for Life asks, how did I get into gaming? I was young, maybe like 2 or 3. I went on a vacation to California, and I had an older uncle at the time that was really into the first Game Boy that came out, and he had one, and I wanted to be like him because obviously he's like a role model. So I got that when I was really young, and I started playing Game Boy, and then got a PlayStation and played PlayStation. Then my friend had Xbox. He got the first Xbox, and we played Halo 2 online a lot. And that was my first online multiplayer game, Halo 2. I played that a lot. And then the Xbox 360 came out, and I got Gears, and then after that, it's been all Gears. And my last question is from Nether Rebel, who I just got into like a stupid argument with, but whatever. He said, what would be your preferred settings for a competitive playlist other than Alpha, Zeta, and do I smell what the Rock is cooking? It's obvious that the Gears 3 game has overpowered rifles. which can get annoying at times. So even in alpha and zeta, like they're fun to play. I mean, I think they were released a little too late, but because the game was already dying off by the time those playlists were put into effect. But um, my preferred playlist would definitely be that same type, alpha and zeta, but keep the 5-on-5. I don't really like the 4-on-4. Execution is cool. Warzone. Those are definitely what makes Gears in my opinion. I don't really like the Team Death or King of the Hill for competitive. And I'd say limit the ammo with the Lancers and the Hammer Bursts because it gets boring for me just sitting back and crossing people. Like I understand that's part of winning. That's part of competitive. It's Lancer, but Nasher is still the main weapon. That's like the covenant weapon of the Gears franchise, and I think Gears 3 kind of removed that weapon from the game a little bit. So if they implemented more Nasher in a competitive game, like a game playlist, then I would definitely pick that to play every single time. And I haven't seen them do that. And do I smell what The Rock is cooking? I don't even think The Rock knows what The Rock is cooking. I don't think he's ever answered that question. That was just more like a rhetorical question. So I think The Rock's cooking steroids because his boobs are very big. But anyways, yeah, I tried to answer these questions. I know I didn't get a lot as best I could, but if you guys would leave me some more questions, I'll get around to making another answers video once I feel like I have enough. So thanks for watching, and this is Bouncin. Peace out, guys.